Memos can be a valuable part of the coding process. Researchers use memos to keep track of their codes and categories or to diary their thoughts throughout the process. In this way, memos can be a great indicator of how the codes, concepts, and themes are evolving throughout the study. Memos are useful for understanding how the researcher's ideas have changed or influenced the data over time and how they will evaluate new incoming data. Some researchers use cue cards or use post-it notes to keep track of their codes. Quantitative analysis software programs, such as NVivo, keep a running list of codes used and helps in the analysis and organization of the data. These programs can analyze textual data, images, and videos. However, computer analyzing programs are very basic and function mainly as organizational tools. They will analyze things like word frequency, but will never be able to substitute for a researcher's analysis and interpretation. Focusing too hard on using these programs, such as prioritizing what the program can do, can result in a loss of immersion in the data. The data must also be prepared for the computer program, which takes time. These programs may also cause the researcher to lose some interpretive work as the focus can be drawn into the coding. A second party of researchers or multiple researchers can review a researcher's codes, or they can create their own codes and compare them to the original ones. Depending on the paradigm, this second group of researchers could be viewed as a way to explore more perspectives during the analysis, or to verify the existing codes and categories for the credibility of the findings. Creating a qualitative codebook with predetermined codes can help keep multiple researchers' codes consistent. Reflexivity is important in qualitative data analysis and can help the researcher understand their own biases and influence on the data. Memos can be used to aid in reflexivity practices as well as bracketing procedures. However, depending on the paradigm, qualitative researchers may not want to bracket out their assumptions in the analysis and also assume that task is unachievable. Instead, the researcher can clearly articulate their position and their subjectivities, such as their worldview, perspectives, and biases, so that readers have a greater understanding of how the author came to their conclusions about data analysis process, particularly with abductive reasoning. A big final question is when to stop analysis. Some authors suggest reaching a saturation point where no new data is arising out of our core or key categories or themes. This is a decision the researcher will subjectively decide.